I am 25 years old. I grew up in what I thought was the perfect family, a cozy home in the suburbs of Minneapolis, loving parents, a brother close to my age, and a younger sister. Our childhood was filled with family dinners, weekend trips, and movie nights on the couch. I used to believe that if there was one thing I was luckier than most people at, it was family. We were close, ridiculously close. Even when I started college, I'd go back home every weekend just to be with them. All three siblings stayed in state, attending the University of Minnesota. It felt natural, safe, and full of love. During my second year in college, I met Stacy. She was smart, kind, and incredibly thoughtful. We fell in love quickly and deeply. For 3 years we built a life together. Then in December, I proposed, and she said yes, tears in her eyes and joy on her face. We planned a summer wedding. I thought my future was set. Marriage, a career, and family, all in Minnesota. But everything shattered in April. I came home a day early from a work trip. Our apartment was quiet, but there was a faint light under the bedroom door. I opened it, and there she was, Stacy, in bed, with my brother. I didn't scream. I didn't throw punches. I just stood there, frozen. I couldn't feel anything. Then I turned and walked out the door, numb and cold. Afterward, I kicked Stacy out of the apartment. She came back days later, crying, saying she was sorry, but that she had fallen for my brother and had been in love with him for a long time. She said she couldn't help her heart. She hoped I'd understand. At first, my family was outraged. They stood by me. They told my brother to stay away. My parents assured me that what he did was unforgivable. For a while, I thought, at least I still had them. I still had my family. Then came the healing, slowly. I focused on work, and soon I was offered a promotion to move and manage a branch in Chicago. At first, I hesitated, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized maybe I needed a new start, away from all of this. The plan was to tell my family during Thanksgiving. I'd move right after the holidays. But Thanksgiving didn't go as I expected. When I arrived, I saw lots of cars in the driveway. Extended family, cousins, uncles. I walked in, and there they were, my brother and Stacy, sitting comfortably, talking with my aunt. They didn't even flinch when they saw me. Then my parents came over and asked me to sit. I took the furthest chair from the two of them. I noticed something strange. Everyone, even my sister, sat near them, not me. Then my mom began to speak. She said what they did was wrong, but that family is family, that people make mistakes, that forgiveness is part of life. My brother and Stacy apologized. They said they wanted to move forward. I held up my hand. I didn't want to hear any of it. Then I turned to my sister and asked if she agreed with them. She hesitated, eyes full of tears, and nodded. Then I looked at my father. He said, "Yes, I think you need to forgive." That was the moment I realized I had no one left in that house. I stood up and walked out. No yelling, no final words. That night I ate Thanksgiving dinner alone at a McDonald's, under a flickering fluorescent light. It was the saddest, coldest meal I'd ever had. But in that moment of silence, I made a decision. I would disappear. I changed my phone number. I blocked them on every platform. I called my boss and told him I'd take the Chicago position early. By December 15th, I was gone. Only a few close friends knew. I found a small apartment in the city. It was cold, gray, and unfamiliar, but for the first time, it was mine. No expectations, no betrayal, just me. Then, one night, I got a message from a strange account. My mother. She made a new profile just to reach out. She said they missed me, that they loved me, that they wanted me home for Christmas. I replied with one sentence. You only have one son now. I'm no longer part of that family. Then I blocked her too. And for the first time, I felt free.
I'm considering changing my last name, leaving everything behind, not out of hate, but out of peace. Because here's what I've learned. The people who are supposed to love you the most can also break you the deepest, and no one gets to demand your forgiveness before you're ready. Now, Chicago is my blank page, and I'm finally writing my story on my own terms. If you've ever been betrayed by the very people you trusted most, you're not alone. You're not weak for walking away. Sometimes healing doesn't come from staying, it comes from starting over.